What's going on, everybody? My name's Derek, that's Weed Whacker, and this is Fatal RPM. The things that are on the agenda are going to be the mirror. So as you can see right there, we do not have a mirror. And we have this guy down here. This is a digital rear view mirror. So actually, let me get it opened up here. How it works is this entire display here, say hi. This entire display here is all digital. So more or less what happens whenever we power on the car, it's going to give us a feed directly from the rear camera. And this, obviously being 86, does not have a rear camera. We do have one in the box. It also has a front-facing camera for just in case anyone tries to pull any type of like insurance fraud on me. The way that this is set up, how these generally work is they have straps. This one here does have straps as well, but they have straps where you can attach it to your existing mirror. So you just stick it onto your existing mirror. You have your straps here, which make sure it doesn't come flying off. We have this bracket here, and then an arm inside of the box, which will allow me to attach it there. I just need to get a mount that can go ahead and attach to the window right there. So we need to go to actually Pet Boys to get that because I found one there and I actually lost it. I have no idea where I put it, but they're only like $3, so it's not a huge deal. So we need to go ahead and get a mount for that, and also need to get the Phillips so that I can get the door cards off whenever I go and do that. Oh, and a multimeter from Harbor Freight. We got everything we need. Got the multimeter, got the mount for the rear view mirror. Also got me some microfibers from good old Dollar Tree. So now all I need to do is we need to take a look at this. So this here is the thing I was talking about where it taps into the fuse box. So we have a couple different connections here. It's kind of hard to see in there because it's so reflective, but I'm not entirely sure how this works. I guess we'll see once I crack it open. Does it have any type of instructions with it? It does. So what we need to do now is think real quick. We'll let's get this off because I'm pretty sure this is just gonna pry off. So yep, big surprise there. So that comes right off and out. Yeah, that's super gross inside, but go ahead and toss that in the back for now because we're gonna run it down into there. All right, so I just gave this instruction manual a quick look, and the kit's actually really simple. It looks a little intimidating at first. Essentially what it is, they call it a add a fuse kit. So more or less what you do is you find the correct fuse size for your fuse box, in which case this one is ours. And essentially what you just wanna do is you find whichever fuse has ignition to it. It's very easy to see which fuse will have ignition power just by looking at the fuse diagram, because whichever fuse needs ignition power is going to be the fuse that stuff works whenever the ignition is turned on. So it's really simple. So I'll just pull one of those fuses, and then what you do is you put the 5-amp fuse for the corresponding size, of which they do supply, which is awesome. And then you put the other fuse in there as well. You attach the power wire in there, crimp it down, and then this is our ground, which we can ground to our body somewhere down there. But after we do that, we can just go ahead and like get this double sticky tape down somewhere and then run this cable up to the mirror. But what I'm gonna wanna do first before we do the whole wiring part is let's find a corresponding fuse that can actually work down there. All right, so I'm taking the fuse out of the first slot. So all we gotta do is you take this right here, plug the fuse into there. This is the original fuse. It's a 10-amp fuse. And then we'll also take the 5-amp that it comes with, slide it in right next to that one. So we'll do that, and we just plug that in like that. Then I can run that up to there, and yeah, that's that's the wiring, honestly, down packed. I just need to find a ground in here somewhere. Is this bolted in? That's gonna be a fun thing to get back in there. So I could just put it behind this, but then there's nothing pressing it to the body. You know what, screw it, we'll just put it behind it. Hopefully that's a good ground. All right, and moment of truth. Go ahead and get this plugged in. Bam. Grab the car keys. Oh, there it goes. The ignition is not even on and this thing is turning on. Well, the ground's good. I know the ground's good. I need to pick something that has ignition power and not constant power, because apparently, yeah, that's right. Duh, the headlights do have constant power. I'm dumb. Okay, we'll pick a different one. So I feel really, really stupid because I took a second look to find another fuse, and it tells you, hold on. It tells you right on the fuse, battery, ignition, accessory. So ignition power, need to go right there. Yeah, so we'll, since that one was a 10 amp one, we'll go off the fuel pump as well, which is another 10 amp one, so I don't have to pull the fuse out of that over there. So we'll do second from the top. I feel really dumb. All right, so now testing it on the fuse that, well, not the fuse it should be on, but the type of fuse it should be on. Got that. All right, didn't turn on. That's a great sign. All right, so let's put the key in the ignition. And ignition. There it goes. Takes a second, but it's on. Now the camera can't really see it because it's super mirrored, but I can very clearly see it. And it's right now it's showing the front-facing camera. All right, so now we just need to get the mount on the mirror, mount on the window, and yeah, we should be good. Let's get to it. Now we just have these couple of connections on top here. We got GPS, memory card, which I don't have right now. They do not give you one. Also the camera from the back, and then the power. So we'll go ahead and get this mounted up top, and then we'll run those to this, and we should be good. So we finally got the wiring done for the power. So as you can see, it goes in here in that little thing all the way down to over here, and then it just falls behind that, goes all the way down, goes through here, down, and comes out here. Now I just need to zip tie up this excess so that it's not just laying down here, because the last thing you want is loose wires near your feet. That's never good. So I'll find out a way to get those tidied up after we finish this install. Let's go ahead and start trying to wire up this rear view camera. So I think, look, let me show you what I think. All right, so what I'm thinking about doing for the rear view camera is, let's go ahead and just step in real quick. I'm thinking about mounting it like right here for now, because like I said, when I finish, like when I permanently do it, I'd want to install it like right here. But there is currently a recess there. I could like 3M tape it, but like I'm not I'm not sure even what it looks like in there. It's really hard to see. It's all just plastic. Also, it will go into the light, which I'm not entirely certain about. So, not entirely sure what I want to do there. So I think just for now, I'm going to use the sticky tape and tape it to the window. But the thing I got to think about is running the cable, because it's going to be easy for the cable to come out right here in this hole and then just go right up to that. I do have to leave enough slack so that I can open and close the hatch. So I'll probably just install it with the hatch closed. The other thing I have to think about is how trash that rear window is. So let me actually show you. So this rear window is completely screwed. I've tried to clean it off. What I'll probably try and do is just clean off a certain area that the camera can see in, and then just kind of go from there. But what I was told that happened was the previous owner before the one I bought it from, they said that they tinted, well, the last owner told me that the owner before them tinted the windows. It didn't turn out well. So they started trying to remove it and then just gave up halfway. You can tell because you have all the adhesive here stuck on the window. You can tell by all the little bubbles in the tint here. And also it looks like they did a pretty piss poor job at repairing the back window, because it has all this black stuff, like black adhesive, like just kind of chilling, dripping down. Now what I was seeing is once it goes old, that is what happens. But I'm not entirely sure about that. It is drooping down, so they might not have tried to replace it, and I might just be giving them a bad rap. But all I can say for sure is that it is leaking right there. You can actually kind of see because of the dirty water spots, like right there and right there. So both the back windows are leaking, which is not great. The good thing is that these aren't terribly hard to replace. I did do a little bit of research, and it looks like there's only 2 bolts that hold it in, and then you have to kind of use a heat gun and like coerce it out of its little spot there. But all that aside, I think what I'll do is just mount it to this window here. For now, we'll get this little bit cleaned up. What I'll do is I'll use the camera as a reference to see what it can actually see, so that we can get a clear sight through. But let's start running that cable. All right, so what I'm gonna try and do, fish it through that hole, back, grab it, push it more, back, there, bam, 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 bam. And this thing does have a wire here, and pretty much what this is a signal wire, so that the car, or so that the mirror knows when the car is going into reverse, so they can put up the little parking lines. I don't really need those, so I think I'm just gonna kind of veto that for now. Once it goes into its resting place, final resting place, then I might hook it up. But for now, it's not something I need. So this side's a lot easier to fish through than the other side that has the almost like a headphone jack on it. So we're just going to fish this part through. It's going to make it a lot easier to do it. So let's get that installed. I left just enough slack on the camera right there to be able to open up the hatch, and it looks nice. I would say factory, but factory doesn't have wires hanging out, so it looks nice. I'll just say that much. So all we have to do from here out is just plug it up. What the hell is going on with me today? So all we have to do from here on out is just get the camera plugged into the mirror, which I did take down because I read the instructions on the little mount here. So I'm actually not supposed to hook it up for 24 hours. So I'm gonna plug it up just long enough for this thing for us to test it and make sure the angle and everything is good. If so, we'll be done with the install. I just gotta tidy up the wires down there. And then after we tidy those up, we'll be all set. And there it goes, it's booting up. We got the front, hey, there's the back camera. And it looks good. So from what I think I know, all I have to do to adjust the camera, oh, there we go. So if I tap on the left side, it lets me adjust the camera. What about the right side? Anything on that? Oh, the right side's brightness. All right, perfect. But that angle's actually perfectly fine. That's more than what I would see in general. It's unsticking itself. Okay, so that's actually more than I would see just through the regular mirror. And just to give you kind of an idea of what I would see, if we turn this off, all I can literally see is my car. That's all I can see. But with this on, I can see everything. And that's just awesome. So this is definitely a good product. We'll see how it works at night, but you can see I do have to clean up the window because there's a little like meh stuff there and on this side too. I tried out here the day before I made the intro, or actually the day I made the intro, I was out here trying to get it off, and it literally, it puts these little white, like almost like garlic. It puts like these little like white flakes everywhere, kind of like glitter. It just kind of gets everywhere. It was in my hands, it was all on my clothes, it was on my face, it was everywhere. And it's literally like, you can still kind of see it. If you can kind of see the sparkles, I'm not sure if you can, but like if I just do a little scrape right there, you can see like these little flakes and stuff. Like all that stuff, oh god, I just put that all over but it's really annoying, it's dumb, I don't like it, and it's a pain in the ass. We'll try and figure out something about the headliner. If you have any ideas of what I can do with the headliner, I really don't want to have to buy one. I don't want to pay a whole bunch of money for something that's in terrible condition, regardless of how rare it is. I know that's the name of the game, but still, that's not what I'm doing. So if anyone knows like any DIY things on what I can do with this headliner, definitely reach out to me, let me know, or even hit me up down there in the comments. Just drop a comment, let me know, like a link to a video or something like that. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. We'll get this mounted up at some other point. It's literally just a slide on. There's a set screw that I just have to tighten in. Other than that, it's all done. So I want to thank you for watching. If you like the video, if you like the product, oh, speaking of the product, since this seems to be a pretty good product, let me tell you guys what I got. So I got this rear view mirror. That doesn't tell you anything. Nico Maku mirror dash cam dot. Do you see that? So we have that. It's a Nico Maku. The one with the arm was really hard to find. I was searching for a couple hours trying to find it. So if you want a full-on replacement OEM style, this is your best bet. Oh my god. I want to thank you for watching. Go ahead and hit that like button if you liked the video. If you didn't like it, just don't like it. But if you want to see more coming from me with this car, mods, restoration, and all that good stuff, as well as anything for my 335 sitting back there, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also the bell notification. I don't upload too often, so if you hit that bell, you'll get notified when I have it coming out, and you won't always be asking yourself, I wonder, hey, if Derek uploaded a video. You won't have to guess that. But other than that, thank you for watching for a second time, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Central Park and phone. Not the shame.